course, this is the first match that Titan has been playing. So they had to break the ice with the first map. Of course, they lost it to iBUYPOWER, but we'll see if they're going to be able to regain the momentum on their side to win the second and third map. But we're about to start the pistol round.
Yeah, this is crazy stuff here. I'm curious to see how this opens up, as iBUYPOWER certainly has momentum coming off of that huge comeback map 1 win, coming from a 12-6 deficit to still take it. It looks like we are going to see them starting on T side. They have Dazed, AZK, and Anger all heading B tunnels to lower B tons, while Skadoodle and Adren hold the bomb in T spawn. So maybe they're trying to force some rotations here. Smith and ABK playing aggressive cat. Shocks and Existence are in mid screen playing solo B plat, with the smoke up inside the tunnels to block any vision from Anger to actually try to spot numbers or get a pick inside the B site. So iBUYPOWER playing really cautious, not wanting to commit to anything. There's a huge mid congestion here from CT side, especially with Existence and Shocks at mid and this huge press by MBK and Smith on Cat. If iBUYPOWER gets caught by it, it could be very dangerous. However, they can exploit it somehow, then it could be around for iBUYPOWER. So we'll see. Daze is actually going to step out mid, able to flick around, but Existence able to get the kill anyway. Anger does get the trade, and Shocks, though, is going to be there to trade right back, get 2 actually. Smith's also going to be able to get 1 as well. And so this pistol round is coming to a close unless Adren can make a miracle happen. But it's just not going to be. Shocks will catch him there. So a great defense. Shoxy with 3 kills that round, and the pistol goes to Titan.
Yeah, what I found interesting there, you still had 2 guys on the top of T-spawn over here, just peeking through these double doors. Well, you had 2 guys at lower B for iBUYPOWER at the same time. I think that what they were trying to do is force these players inside middle to actually shoot against them and aim up here to give a chance right now for Daze and his teammate to come through. But nobody really peeked right back out. Shoxy was able to hold his middle quite fairly without really having to cross over, which actually gave that congestion over there at the beginning of the round. But it was also an aggressive push by Smith onto the top of the catwalk to drop down towards middle double doors and flank the opponents as well, leaving Dren in a situation where he had to try to clutch a 3 versus 1. So it was still a great composure by Titan, although they spotted a few guys left and right at mid double doors. They really didn't try to overcommit anywhere at the beginning. This round, though, it's going to be a safe round for iBUYPOWER, and an aggressive push by Shoxy, Scream, and NBK at mid double doors, dropping 3 members right now. Daze at lower B, spotting NBK on the top of catwalk, but picked off by Scream as Skadoodle, last man standing at T-spawn, dispatched by Smith with the P250, and the score is now going to be 2-0.
Yeah, absolutely right here. So iBUYPOWER starting to get back into a corner just a bit, but it's still really early, so nothing to worry about too much. As we'll see them eco yet again here, they're going to have Glocks across the board. So this should be another pretty easy mop-up round for Titan, unless iBUYPOWER can catch them off guard. Looks like most of the iBUYPOWER members here are going to be rushing towards the B tons, while Adren is just soloing long. But it looks like all of them, in fact, are going to be going lower. So they might run into this aggression once again by Smith and ABK on Cat. And there you have it. Smith is going to catch 1 there.
But couldn't connect his other shots, though.
Yeah, but Shoxy and Smith will come with the M4 and the grenade. Smith's doing a great job there, getting another 3 frags. That's a 4K round for him. But here it comes the first buy round, and this is where things will hopefully get a little bit more interesting here. We have Adren is going to opt AKs across the board for everybody else, so we'll see if iBUYPOWER can change things now that they have guns in their hands.
Smith has a way better spawn than Adren right now for a mid pick, so Adren having a B spawn. Looks like he's going to decide to work towards that area, maybe go for an early B pick, maybe try to shoot one while he's blinded to maybe attempt to catch somebody luckily jumping on the top of the platform. So let's see what's going to happen.
You're right.
Right now he's flashed, takes the shot, no pick. So he falls back, while they do have 2 members at the beginning of the round inside B, which are Scream and Shoxy. Now at lower B, it's going to be Daze at the point. Looking back on the top of catwalk, but nobody's pushing aggressive. They're actually leaving catwalk open right now for Titan Esports. They have 2 guys playing towards middle. 1 guy by Jeep, 1 guy on the left side by Turtle Boxes at the bottom of the hugging with the post wall. Adren got off through the wall there by Smith, so he's going to fall down to 35. Meanwhile, Smith is going to fall back at Choke and off towards the catwalk from Goose right now. It's very smart, because after he saw that guy coming towards lower B, usually after that smoke, you are going to predict a few guys jumping up on Xbox and possibly a split towards the A site. But he's going to smoke him back himself here to prevent anything from happening on the T side on the top of catwalk. Give it right now enough time for them to just recuperate up at the A site. But now, that being said, they're splitting up 3 guys up at long, 2 guys inside B, and mid is open for business. Scream is actually going to push inside the B tunnels, headshots a Dren down, so he's going to fall back. And that's going to be a desperate call right now for the terrorist team to move out through the double doors and try to work towards this B bomb site. We're moving inside right now. Screaming is winning on top of the platform. Got the first kill onto AZK, but Anger moves in, drops 1 and 2, so the B site is now open. And it's all tied up on a 3-on-3 situation. Through the window, Daze takes down NBK. But he's also very low, down at 10 HP. Smith with a knob shot from CT spawn through the double doors at B, taking down Skadoodle. As both of these guys are going to attempt to retake the site. Daze, blinded, killed. Anger, last man standing. A one-tap onto existence, but Smith moves in with the AWP shot and takes Anger down. I think Skadoodle shouldn't have peeked that double doors, but if Anger actually got that kill, it would have been a big 4K for him to bring iBUYPOWER in this game. But now they're falling behind. At least they got a bomb plant down, but they are low in their economy, at least for grenades.
I still liked what Anger showed us there. We kind of been talking about him being a little bit quiet this event. That's actually almost a huge round for him. If he would have been able to finalize the round, that would have been great. But let's look at the other side of this. Titan is doing a great job. They've dropped map 1, but they're now up 4-0 right now. So certainly looking a lot sharper and a little bit more fine-tuned. We do have AKs across the board for iBUYPOWER. Like you already mentioned about the economy situation, they're kind of going for broke here. There's some players with $50, and that's really about it. So they'll likely have to eco next round if they do not win this one, or even if they drop too many guns in the process, that could be people needing to eco as well. So this is a tough one, but iBUYPOWER needs to win it. They need to get in the game. They're losing 4-0 from T side, which normally T side is kind of the favorite side. So being down like this on T side is certainly not a good position, but we'll see what they can do about it here. As we do see Smith's position here on the catwalk with an op. iBUYPOWER going to test the waters here, and Daze will fall immediately. Smith's going to go ahead and drop down the CT spawn. As Titan's been doing this kind of similar setup even last round. Existence and MBK just hold long. Smith kind of floats with the op, while Scream and Shocks are both playing inside B. So they're giving up mid, but they have the 2 in B for the main defense. Last time iBUYPOWER was able to get the trades and get the bomb down, but lost on the whole retake situation. So we'll see how it fares this time. This time they're once again getting the entries into B, but Shocks is able to get a couple of kills in the process. So only 2 members left for iBUYPOWER. Almost the exact same situation as last round. Can they actually hold the retake here in the post-plant situation? Smiths will be coming tunnels. The Existence and MBK will be working outside the B doors and window. We see Ska here by the double box, while Anger is going to be right up against the window. Nades coming in here. Comes Existence at the window. Skadoodle trying to land the shot, but not going to happen. Anger going to have to clutch here. 1 versus 3. Gets 1 kill, but that's going to be it. MBK will come in with 1 himself, and he'll get the defuse as well. So now 5-0 for Titan. And they look to have quite a bit of momentum right now.
Definitely making it now a 5-0 score in favor of Titan Esports. These they're able to take these sites right now for iBUYPOWER. They're executing well. A similar situation as we've seen from United 5 yesterday when they were playing against iBUYPOWER. They're able to retake the sites, but it just can't seem to hold them right now. And from the way that they were posted with Anger and Skadoodle in that B site, they are both looking towards that the window room. So no one is really watching the hallway flank or the mid double doors, which is the reason why Skadoodle actually got picked off so early and being shot from behind from the hallway. So they have to work their communication to be able to watch more than 1 different angle, because really, when you got 2 guys, it's plenty enough actually to cover all 3 entrances of the B bomb site. Nonetheless, though, the round still comes in favor of Titan Esports, taking the lead in a good comfort so far, though. As Smith, again, looks like he was on the top of the catwalk trying to get that shot through the crack, and Daze falls from that trap again. So he's going to be the first one to die. AZK is going to try to peek. Off down by Smith again. Smith's going to look back. Adren is going to try to attempt it maybe, as they have 3 remaining members right now for iBUYPOWER. All 3 of them with the AK-47s, but all 3 of them with sufficient nades here to try to overtake a site. At this point, looks like it's going to be a desperate move to work towards middle again. Smoking towards the CT spawn. We're jumping across. A trade comes in. Anger and Adren drop 2. But then Smith's retaliate again for a 3K with the AWP. Last 2 guys are making their way up inside the B bomb site as it is open. So again, another 3-on-2 situation. And again, Skadoodle's one of the remaining members. He looks back inside the hallway. So it is a little bit more different this time. And it, should have been in their favor. But Existence capitalizes with a headshot on to Skadoodle, leaving Adren by himself. Hiding just by the boxes, gets the first frag. Double peek coming in by Smith right after through the double doors. And Smith gets a 4K, 3 op kills, 1 AK kill. Is going to run back out probably to pick up his AWP, and it's going to be a 6-0 score.
All right, so something's got to give here pretty soon. iBUYPOWER is really favoring these mid-B splits, most of it coming from mid-double doors. They'll smoke off CT spawns in about 3. But the way that Titan is playing, how they have Scream, and I believe that Shock's positioned inside the B bomb site, they're not contesting the initial mid. So that means that iBUYPOWER is not getting any picks off of their initial split. They have to get inside the site first to get those picks. By that time, the rest of Titan is already rotating. So they're going to have to change things up. It looks like this time they want to go ahead and hit long A really hard. And they're forcing Titan back, man. Existence, Miss Annie BK all fall back. But Anger gets a team kill on the Skadoodle. And that is crucial, especially when you're down 6-0 and you're scraping for cash every round. That is going to be a huge dent in the wallet of iBUYPOWER. AZK also going to go down here. And Titan is just in complete control at this point. Looking for round number 7, it looks like. Daze will catch a kill on MBK, though, on Cat. Bomb is down right there right now. No one else on Cat, so they should be able to collect it no problem, but it looks like Scream and Shocks actually might be thinking about flanking Cat from mid at this point. They're starting to come through the double doors, so Daze has to worry about that now. Meanwhile, Smith and Existence trying to hold off the long presence here from iBUYPOWER. Smith's looking for the pick on Cat now. Daze is in such a tough spot. He's getting pinched. Gonna have to go for these people flanking him, but he's gonna get caught, so now Anger and Adren, your last man standing, are gonna try to go back towards mid. Scream will be here, though. Adren actually gets him. Nice shot there by Adren onto Scream as he'll continue working his way up the catwalk. They're trying to still get this bomb. Smith's with the op in mid, trying to prevent this. Missing shots, though, but oh my goodness, the through-the-door headshot onto Adren with the 250, and then Shocks pressing through Cat to kill Anger. And Titan looks like an unstoppable force right now, a complete 180 from the last map.
I do like it that Adren and Anger decide to fall back from the pit towards that middle area to fight the two guys that pushed Daze and flanked him, because they needed to win that battle at middle to try to get that bomb back and work towards the A bomb site, instead of trying to creep up towards that long A, taking a lot more time to go all the way around and back up on catwalk to pick up the bomb and go back towards the A bomb site to plant. Definitely didn't have enough time there, so a good way, a good time management there for iBUYPOWER, but nonetheless, the firepower comes in favor of Titan Esports for that last round. Anger at the point now, spotting one on the top of the pit. It's going to be NBK down to 17 HP. Oh, he jumps by accident at the same time, flashes up, looking for some cover, looking for some help. At the same time, we do have just one around the corner with Smith to try to help him out, to no avail. He does still manage to get the headshot onto AZK. I don't know how he's still alive here, as Adren and Skadoodle are the last two remaining. Adren was trying to fight it off on a 2 versus 1 left and right on the top at long. And now Skadoodle is going to have to rush and try to get this 3 versus 1. Gets a dink, gets a shot. Spots the second one. Scream. Lobs a grenade that misses Skadoodle. He spots now both of them towards long. He's going to smoke and fight it. Reloading right now is Galil on his 2 versus 1. Still 46 seconds left on the clock. Plenty of time to work with. Picks up an AK-47 for the easier tap. Moving forward, spots NBK trying to connect here. 4 bullets miss. NBK this whole round somehow still managed to survive and get 3 kills. Scream kills Skadoodle with the M4 on the top of the pit. And now it is 8 unanswered rounds for Titans on CT's side on top of that, which is actually quite demoralizing for iBUYPOWER so far.
It has to be. We were talking about, yet again, all of iBUYPOWER needs to be playing at their best. Skadoodle played amazing last map, but this map he's struggling a little bit at 1-8. AZK, also a top player from their team yesterday, struggling a little bit right now. Anger actually has stepped it up a bit with some frags, but it's just not everyone else is on the same page, it seems like, and they're starting to crumble a bit. Once again, they keep forcing these buys because they can, since they're losing so much. As Daze is trying to make something happen, he does get a mid-pick here. Smith falls back in the CT spawn, though, with the op. Amali goes off as well. Going to kind of slow things down for iBUYPOWER. They're going to have to go back into B tunnels. Shoxy will already be inside the B-bomb site, and Smith is going to be on the rotation with the op. Let's see what Shoxy can do. He is going to get that first headshot on the Skadoodle. Here comes the rest of iBUYPOWER. Another headshot for Shoxy. Another one here. Or excuse me, no, those are op kills from Smith, but Shoxy was certainly dealing the damage in that process. Anger trying to see if he can make a miracle happen. Gets the kill onto Existence and CT spawn, but MBK will finish the job there in the end anyway. So great play from Shocks to do the damage there, and also Smith on that rotation with the op, able to get a couple of frags as well. So Titan just playing really, really well on the CT side of Death 2.
It started off so well with them getting that mid pick, but after that Molly forced them back towards the lower B tunnels. They tried to execute a much faster strat there for iBUYPOWER for that round, but at the same time they were committing inside the B site, picking 1 by 1 and not really lobbing any grenades or any flashes inside the site, which actually gave enough time for Smiths to just op openly from the platform inside the B tunnels. And with the way that he's been holding, with help from Shoxy, it was just easy for them to hold that B bomb site.
Oh
Nonetheless, it's a save round right now for iBUYPOWER. They're able to get 2 kills so far. They're looking to get a bomb plant as well, but Smith missed the op shot. The bomb is down at long. Smith's able to get the op shot onto Daze. Now AZK is going to be the last man standing with only with only a P250, and Smith doesn't even care. Keeps running, drops his op, picks up an M4, switches to the P250, kills his opponent blinded, and now it is 10 unanswered rounds for Titan Esports.
Yeah, iBUYPOWER elected to eco that round because they've been forcing just to get rifles, but I guess they really wanted an op in the hands of Adren, so they went ahead and took an eco there, giving Titan pretty much a free round with it being 10-0 now. So Adren needs to make a play with this op, and the rest of his team needs to be on point too, otherwise Titan probably takes this map. I mean, it's going to be really hard to come back without any wins on the T side. That would be almost impossible. So we'll have to see what they can do here. Anger able to get an entry frag there onto MBK, but Smith immediately retaliates with his op. That's going to be over towards long A. So Daze, once again, they're looking for this mid-B split, it seems like. Maybe not. Daze actually starting to work up Cat just a little bit here with the bomb. AZK will follow suit. Adren also kind of coming back into mid with that op. Skadoodle going to be working his way into lower tunnels. Existence and Smiths are going to be on the A side. We do see Smiths here with the op waiting for any type of Cat presence. He's been landing nice pick shots here whenever the terrorists have tried to come up Cat. We see AZK and Daze trying to do some set smokes here, trying to see if they can jump down into CT spawn. That was what that smoke's for. It is going to be their ambush CT spawn strat. They just smoke off and then drop through it, but Scream actually catches one anyway. Shots catching a couple with the op at mid. And so things are looking pretty dire here. Existence finish off the round. That's a strat that I see North Americans run sometimes. They just try to throw that smoke and then jump down in the CT spawn to get the pick from a different angle on that mid split. But unfortunately, Shock shut him down with the op. It's now 11-0. And after each passing round, iBUYPOWER is just getting more and more demoralized, I think.
Yeah, and it's not even those set nades anymore that you really have to count on. Is setting up and at this point sacrificing your teammates to execute a trade to take down the oppers. Smith is on point. Shoxy is on point with AWP. Look at him, 19-2 so far. Shoxy at 13-4. Shoxy's so confident in his style so far that he's not even using a rifle and is opting more for the AWP for the B site. And it's rare that you actually see a 2-op setup for CT side on Dust 2, and these guys are just playing it so comfortably because not only do they have such a comfortable lead, but all of their shots were landing. You mentioned it the last map before here, Dust. They weren't landing their shots, but now they are, and they're showing to be a force to reckon with against iBUYPOWER, and this is the type of gameplay that people were expecting from Titan Esports. Now, Shoxy is back through the double doors, and AZK maybe was going to try to drop down and get the kill, but he's going to fall back into B. He's going to be Lone Man Ranger at the window as well to try to get that done, while we had a 2-man aggressive push down at long, and he caught Anger off guard. So that's an early 2 on 3 at A and a 2 on 1 at B. But looking at AZK and Daze, I think they're just going to go for some set smokes to try to sell a fake and move down through the double doors again. We see AZK dropping through the CT spawn, trying to run through this smoke. Footsteps will be heard as Scream gets a kill through the double doors, and he turns around, gets the kill onto AZK as well. Nothing is working right now for iBUYPOWER on Dust 2 against the French team. Adren looking, catching at least MBK off guard, but has 12 seconds left on the clock. He's going to have to try to save it, but still is running out with his knife out, and Shoxy finally picks him off with the P250, and now it is 12-0. Not really more you could add to iBUYPOWER's lack of performance in this second map.
I don't know what they can do at this point. They've tried mid to B splits. They've tried their drop CT spawn strat from Cat. That hasn't worked either. They've tried to press long, and they've gotten control of it a couple of times, but then wound up not getting any picks, so Titan could just fall back into the A site and still hold it very well. So, in all honesty, I'm not really sure what iBUYPOWER can do at this point. They had to figure something out. Getting 15-0'd here in the first half would certainly be a huge slap in the face. After winning that first map in the comeback fashion that they did. So this is definitely pretty pivotal here. iBUYPOWER needs to get something going for themselves, at least a round or two. But let's look at Titan. They're playing so well. They were able to shake off that first map and come out really strong here on Dust 2, doing a great job. Once again, they're trying to hit mid. Anger is going to get the opening pick. Shoxy going to miss the op frags here at B. He's going to get pinched from tunnels, and now iBUYPOWER finally executing this mid to B and actually getting the picks this time without getting any trades, so they're able to maintain all 5 players. They will get the bomb planted, but can they hold off the retake? This time they finally have a numbers advantage on the retake attempt from Titan, as it is a 2 versus 5. And it might actually be a flawless round. And never mind, Existence able to pick up 1, but iBUYPOWER should have this, and at the very least, we don't have a 16-0 type situation for iBUYPOWER. But either way, they still have a long road to travel to get back into this game with a 12-1 score.
And all of them are so rich so far, except for NBK. Shoxy with 11K, Scream with 11K. Definitely will be able to draw some guns here for, they're going to be able to buy for the rest of this game so far. I was looking at the other side, though. We do have a Dren with an AWP this time. He does have somewhat of a mid spawn, so he's probably going to try to go for a pick here. A smoke came out from the Jeep, but nobody's really peeking it so far. 2 guys pushing aggressively inside B for Titan Esports, but we are working down towards lower catwalk as Daze gets the headshot onto Smiths as they were trying to have a 2-man push up on Cat by the boost at the beginning from Existence. But NBK still at the top, misses the op shot. So we have NBK picking up the op left behind by Smiths. So they were trying to go for the aggressive push and try to get an op shot pick at middle themselves if anybody was going to drop towards dark spot for the T side. But Daze is the one that gets the last word on that push. Anger, meanwhile, a kill at long. Still waiting for Shoxy here. He's going to spot one. He's going to see Daze. Anger, meanwhile, getting another one at long. As now NBK finally takes him down. But then Shoxy, last man standing, 3 HP, killed by Skadoodle, who is trying to chase after Dazed. And now it's going to be 12-2 moving into the last round of the first half. Hopefully it's going to be a 12-3 score. But at this point, you would have hoped it to be a 12-3 score for them on T side.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a really tall order for iBUYPOWER to try to come back on CT side after already being down the way that they are. But anything's better than nothing. They're trying to get some picks here at mid. Adren is actually able to pick up one there with the op, so that's a good start. If they could 12-3 this and win pistol and win out, I mean, there's a chance, but it's still pretty unlikely. But we'll see what iBUYPOWER can do, as they're just kind of waiting things out after that initial pick. Existence has been able to get a trade here at long A, and Smith's going to take out Dazed at mid. So they had the early man advantage, but they're starting to lose it here pretty quickly. As we do see Adren here with the op at mid, just trying to look for things. Smith's smoked off for now. Adren going to try to get up on Cat here so he can get a pick. Oh, he actually catches Smith trying to boost on Scream. So Smith was trying to go for the pick over the smoke, but Adren is able to catch it. So a nice play there. Now at 3 versus 3, as Adren and AZK are working their way up on the stairwell here. Existence and MBK will be in the area. We see MBK actually with his famous Mag 7 on elevator here, ready to maybe jump up and try to get a crazy frag. As Adren and AZK are trying to work their way up here. MBK just kind of waiting for it. Will jump up with the Mag 7. Oh, gets the kill on the Skadoodle and does some damage to, I believe, AZK. Looking for another one, but AZK will finally catch him. But it's a 2 versus 2. Existence on the flank from Cat, gets a kill onto Adren. AZK now has to clutch a 1 versus 2. Both CTs on Cat. This is the last round of the half. AZK needs this round as he is holding out on the side, but Scream gets a touchdown pass there with the nade. And so it will be a 13-2 score going into the second half. At this point, if iBUYPOWER doesn't win pistol, it's definitely over unless they have a miracle comeback. But even with the pistol round victory, they'd still be down, 13-3. So it's going to be it's only going to be a miracle in itself if they can come back again from this much of a deficit.
I mean, even for NBK there, if he only got 1 kill out of that 3-man push on Catwalk, but at least his 3 shots connected. The first one put AZK down to 47. The second one got a kill. The third one put Adren down to about 43. So while the other guys are rotating after to retake the site, then it was easy to not only flank the first one and just get a few bullets in the chest. They don't really have to aim for a headshot, but the second one put the bomb planter low enough, a kill with a grenade from Scream. So it was just really easy right there for Titan Esports to retake the A site and get the defuse. But it was all thanks to NBK with that Mag 7.
Yeah, at this point, I'm just wondering if iBUYPOWER just needs to maybe just focus on map 3 at this point. I mean, they could, if they win the pistol, make a comeback, but I think if they lose the pistol, they need to just really do what Titan did, basically. Put this map out your head. You got destroyed, but you have map 3 to look forward to try to redeem yourselves, basically. Titan had to do the same exact thing. Of course, it was a way closer game in the first map for Titan to think about. But either way, I mean, I think this set's definitely going to a third map now unless we just see the most ridiculous comeback in CSGO.
Yeah, putting myself in iBUYPOWER shoes, I wouldn't really think about the third map. I got to take it round by round because if I'm already moving into a 16-2, knowing that I got wrecked in the second map, I'm gonna walk in demoralized for the third map. Unless they try really hard and it still turns into a 16-2 score, yeah, maybe I'll still be demoralized. But if they're able to get something done, get a few rounds back, and get their aim back and the composure that they had from the first map, then definitely would be a momentum boost for their morale as well for the third map after. But again, I don't think it is a winnable situation right now for iBUYPOWER, like you said here, Dust, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people agree right now for us here on the stream. But I think they still have to give Titan Esports a run for their money and not really focus on the 13-2 score, but for the challenge that they give to Titan when it goes to a third map.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, nothing's impossible. We've seen crazy things in Counter-Strike. It's just unlikely, but we'll see what happens. If they can win this pistol round, maybe that gives them a little bit of a morale, and they can win the following two, maybe get to like a 13-5 type situation. All of a sudden, maybe things look a little bit better. But we'll have to see, man. Just take this one away.
All right, so iBUYPOWER on the CT side. It is composed of Skadoodle, AZK, Adren, Dazed, and Anger. And for Titan Esports, we got Shoxy, Scream, Smiths, Existence, and NBK. As looking at it from the minimap so far, looks like the bomb Shoxy is going to make his way towards the B tunnels with one guy peeking towards middle, which is going to be Existence. He's going to call two men crossing over, and these guys are just getting ready to push inside the B bomb site. But a nice smoke to prevent these guys from moving out. Another smoke to cover it up towards the doorway. AZK holding towards the right corner, but they heard the footsteps. He's still trying to get the kill blinded right now. Somehow he's still alive. They all can connect the shots, and finally a trade comes in as Adren takes down Smiths right after. A 4-on-4 situation. Bomb has yet to move close to the bomb radius to get the bomb plant down. Screaming Wild does get the kill onto Daze on a rotation from behind. The last three members right now for iBUYPOWER on the outside of the B bomb site. Anger is going to make his way through the window very soon, and they're going to peek it one by one. So Anger is going to peek first. He's going to spot NBK jumping up and down. He's going to get killed. AZK is going to, Dren's going to move in right now, and he's going to get owned by NBK. And Screaming Wild got the last member. Skadoodle trying to push through the double doors. I don't know if that was a good idea to go one by one again.
That was a hilarious baiting situation. You just see this guy just jumping up and down like whack-a-mole. And the reason why he was doing it is because there was another player hiding crouched by the window. So if you're a CT retake and you kill that first guy that's jumping peak window, maybe you don't suspect the guy to be there on your tight right as you come through. So pretty smart play there from Titan, but once again, it's going to be to the disadvantage of iBUYPOWER, who is buying 250's armor this round. So they're going for broke right here, basically, to try to prevent the game point situation. Anger at long going to be the first person to see some action here, able to get away with this life, but in the meantime, Daze and Skadoodle go down. A lot of damage has been done to a couple of Titan players, MBK and Scream, to be exact, but Anger just not able to do anything. AZK coming around with Adren. They're trying to contest the long here. AZK with a couple of frags, but then Existence just sprays him down with the Galil, and it looks like that's all she wrote. iBUYPOWER went for broke that round, so this round, they're really only going to be able to afford pistols yet again, and I'm seeing Adren with the scout, but no armor. So it's dire straits for iBUYPOWER.
He only had $2,000, which was plenty enough to buy this scout. The rest of the guys going with P250 armor, so he's just going to try to go for a mid pick. The rest of the guys pushing aggressively towards long, most likely. He gets a shot off, but he doesn't connect to anybody. Meanwhile, he was being spammed through the double doors, down to 42 now. We do have AZK by himself with armor and a 5-7 nading inside the B site, so they're thinking that there's maybe a stack inside B. They were falling back right now for Titan Esports to commit back towards the middle. And now it's just going to stay slow for a bit. So a 5-on-5 situation still. Adren is now scouting from the back of the platform inside to B. A few flashes and smokes being thrown, but this is Scream just trying to sell a fake. Meanwhile, the guys are creeping outside towards the middle double doors now. Shoxy is going to be the one looking back towards CT spawn first. Sees nobody there, while the rest of the guys are working up catwalk. They see nobody there. So they're expecting to stack somewhere, but to their surprise, they're actually having a default stack going on to on B, 3 inside A, but now they're getting dropped one by one. B is now open for business, and it's time for iBUYPOWER to rotate as Shoxy is denying all of them. Especially with this smoke right now being lobbed. We're just spamming through the smoke, and there's nothing that iBUYPOWER will be able to do here. Bomb Planet, they're chasing him down. Anger, last man standing. 5-7 inside the spawn, and boom. One headshot, but he gets headshotted himself. And there you go. That ends the first half, 16-2, and definitely not the type of score you were expecting in this second map after that much hype that we